Everybody, welcome back. Doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. Still a little under the weather, much better, but got some stuff going on, whatever you want to call that. Stuffiness, that is. In this video, we're going to be talking about the concept as Netmarble being sold. We joked, or maybe joked, speculated, whatever you want to call it, that maybe MFR would be being sold. Found some interesting stuff on the Discord and want to look at that over real quick. And also a question about how long it's been for a couple things. So let's just get to it.
Bring me WolverThor!
On the Discord this morning or last night, I was looking, just browsing like normal, and somebody had posted the Netmarble Corp stock over the last 6 months, and it was interesting. And if you look at this, take it at purely face value, which seems to be accurate, it has lost 50%, 51.02% in the last 6 months to be exact. That is a monumental crushing of a company. That's the type of thing where companies close, CEOs get fired, they totally get rid of everybody, or they sell their company. Now, it's not good for the people at that company to sell at that time, but it's good for buyers to potentially buy at that time. So that's where this discussion of is Netmarble being sold coming from. Do I really think it would be or not? I mean, in one of my other videos, we talked about it being one of the top 3. Again, it's, as the top 1 is way up there, but still it's a top 3. That doesn't mean that it can't be sold, right? Anything can get bought, anything can get sold. It just depends who's got the money and if they've got the desire to purchase said thing. I'm curious now. I don't know here. I mean, this is the part where I get a little torn on stuff. Like I don't want to give any sense of hopium, if you will, to anybody about the necessarily game. I am not spending. Again, if you are, be wise about your money. I am very much watching some other things, which I'll get into in a little bit, about what the current status of this game is. Honestly, I wasn't even going to have a video today. And you've probably noticed I've had some other videos on some other games. I did a couple Ashes of Creation videos. I did one Undecember video. I'll do another follow-up on that. Just a little spoiler on whether I think I did general should you play. I think I've concluded whether I think people should or not, or at least be cautious about that one. So anyway, I'm not necessarily looking to cover MFR every day because frankly, they aren't giving me the content to cover. If you guys think there's content there, let me know. I'm happy to cover it. But stuff like this where I woke up and was like, oh, well, this is probably worth sharing to, whatever community is still interested in MFR watching, and I'm still sharing it. So this is pretty big deal to me. When you go to the Discord, you can see some folks talking about it. Mastoris had it once, but it was pulled from somebody above here. I don't know who this person is, but this person is the one who originally posted it. You can just look up that ticker symbol if you want and see for yourself. KRX251270. So Netmarble in general. A lot of people then go in here and talk about dead game, what's going on with the game, dead game. Some people talking about spending to help support the game a little bit, but I'm not necessarily at that point. I think that they need to show us some things, and I'm not necessarily. Look, if there's really only 11, and I need to see what Deathpool's latest numbers are on the game. I don't know if he's posted those yet. I don't think that he has. But it's been let's see, where was this actually? That was a week ago. Yeah, so as of a week ago, this is last week's. So if you look at the numbers in game, I know this stuff's covered here, but this is Asia and South Asia, and you can see that we've lost another 8-9%, and this seems to be about the standard trend. Now, he said at the end of that week, we probably had about 24,000 squads left. Somebody else did some checking in a different game or a different mechanism that said maybe 11,000. Who knows? I mean, this is a pretty solid way to do it, where he goes through and does battle challenges on literally every server and gets, 1 to or 2 to 3 stars on it, and then stops, because it shows in whatever he takes that rank and puts it in here, assuming that's how many squads there are. And I think that's a pretty good way to do it. I mean, as best you can. So, the game is down to about 20-ish thousand, 24,000 squads in game. Some of those squads could be the same person running multiple accounts, who knows? But either way, that's what we've got. So it's reasonable for people to sit here and think that, maybe there's some problems here. We're not hearing from the developers. One of the things that I wanted to talk about as well is, when was the last time we got companions? I actually asked in here somewhere. I don't think anybody responded, though, because I couldn't remember offhand. But it was basically, Baby Groot and Magneto. And that was the last time we got companions. And I figured for sure we would continue to get companions. But we're not. And we haven't. And we're not getting offers. So, those are the type of things that anybody who's got that hopium out there, and I'm sure I'll get some of the people in the comments that are like, this game's great, and it is great. Stop trying to kill it. I'm not. I want it to do well. And, you're only doing this for clicks. Well, if I was doing this for clicks, I would have left this game 6 to 10 months ago, like all the other content creators did. But I didn't, and a lot of the other ones didn't. We've lost a couple recently, and I understand their decisions. I'm sort of just transitioning to see what I want to cover. I don't know what I want to do yet, but you can see, some folks are already getting success in other games, and that's good. You know what I mean? There are other games out there that people can cover and do well in. So, it's not always about clicks. Some people they want to cover the games they like. The other part that I want to talk to you about is what I'm personally doing, and I'm still playing. I am still watching what's happening. I want to see, let's see what here. Look at Blizzard. They also lost 50 to 70% stock value. They had structural issues with the company. Once purchased by Microsoft, Blizzard was saved. Maybe, who knows? Mortred here has a good point. I mean, I don't want to hold out hope, like I said, but I don't know. A super value to buy. One of the things that somebody did say in this eventually is that they mentioned the fact that, NFT stuff. I do know that Netmarble, I believe, is leaning pretty heavy into some of their NFT stuff. I think that is a fad that is past. I don't think people should buy digital assets. There is a fabricated value placed upon them. Yes, that's how everything in society is, but there's not a substantial use behind those things. So there is a physical house I can walk into. There's, things I can use. There's a car I can drive. Certainly artwork could be similar. Well, a physical artwork is the same as a digital asset. Yeah, you're right. And if there's something there to it, then sure. But, we've seen that NFT thing kind of go up and down a little bit. And I don't know if I'd hop on that train personally. So I think, that is one of the things that Netmarble is leaning into. And I don't know if I'd necessarily be on board to jump on to see if it's a good risk, especially after losing 50%. But some people think that's maybe why they're trying to do that. I don't know. Anyway, so maybe it's good, so maybe it's not. But what I'm watching for in the next 20 to 45-ish days, maybe, 20 to 45-ish days, we got Halloween, we got a Black Panther movie, and we got Black Friday. Those three things are sort of my, final hope of anything from Netmarble. That doesn't mean I'm quitting. That doesn't mean I might not do content, but it does mean that it'll give me a clear indication what they're doing, because they're clearly not communicating, which frankly boggles my mind, how a company has consumers that have spent money with them and then they've just completely not communicated anymore. I don't know how that's even a thing. Apparently it is. A lot of this is Netmarble's. This is what you get with them. Look, I don't know. Maybe it is. I can say that any Netmarble game that's out there, I would cautiously advise people to be cautiously pessimistic and even touching it. I personally cannot say I would ever touch one. I'd maybe consider a Netmarble Neo one because I think that side of the company might be decent, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's all run by the same people. So if the CEO of the company lets this happen to MFR and doesn't hold their teams responsible or their game manager responsible for making adjustments, then they're not necessarily going to do that otherwise. So I'm just happy that I'm not, the game master for what happened on Netmarble's Future Revolution at this point. I mean, again, it seems to be a golden goose egg that could have been cherished for a decade. But here we are. So anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to share some of that stuff again. Tell me what you think this means in the comments below. Does it mean anything? Does it even affect what I don't know. I mean, to me, that's really bad. I know the global economy is pretty bad in general. I mean, I look at my 401ks, my stocks and all that sort of thing, and I'm like, I'm like, I need to put those away. So, maybe it's part of that. So appreciate you guys checking this out. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And again, if you've got any content ideas or things that you'd like to see with this game, let me know, or other games. Again, I'm going to continue to cover Ashes. I'll probably check out Undecember a little bit. Spoiler there, a little bit. I'm a little worried about that one. So anyway, appreciate you guys. If you want to hammer down like buttons, all that sort of thing. Until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.